Welcome to War India News Hour. Online gaming has seen a staggering growth post-pandemic in India. The Indian startup scene has truly come alive in the past couple of years, with multiple gaming platforms having immense growth potential. From the first video game models built in the 1950s to the hardware models of the 1970s, going on to the 1990s, riding on the internet, the online gaming market is booming today. The global online gaming market, which earned $62 billion in 2020, is expected to be a $300 billion by 2026. A report shows there is 50% growth in the gaming industry's turnover, with national average gaming time spent by users reaching 4.1 hours post-COVID from the pre-COVID average of 2.5 hours. Indian gaming industry is developing and 80% of the population is yet untapped. Games like Rummy, Poker and Callbreak have seen major traction since March 2020, with the user bases rising 4 to 5 times in millions. At the same time, paying gamers have been doubling year on year, with 30 plus aged gamers increasingly driving real money gaming since the pandemic has started. The Government of India constantly endeavours to leverage technology and innovation towards maximizing the country's potential and economic growth. With a targeted outcome-based approach and government's support, emerging technologies are already causing land-scale shifts across several sectors, driving innovation, entrepreneurship and job creation. One such sector that has witnessed noticeable growth in recent years is fantasy sports. Today, fantasy sports has changed the way fans consume their favorite sports. Passive viewers are now active participants, and this kind of gaming keeps them at the edge of their seats. The Indian fantasy sports industry is expected to be worth $3.7 billion by 2024, creating a huge opportunity for new entrants. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Salesforce completes acquisition of Slack. Salesforce announced it has completed its acquisition of Slack Technologies Inc. We couldn't be more excited to have Slack as part of the Salesforce family, combining the #1 CRM and the trailblazing digital platform for the work anywhere world, said Mark Benioff, Chairman and CEO of Salesforce. Together, we will define the future of enterprise software, creating the digital HQ that enables every organization to deliver customer and employee success from anywhere, he said. Google takes a significant step towards localization of Indian data. Google CEO Sundar Pichai had announced plans to invest $10 billion in India over the next 5 to 7 years. He said India is among fast-growing markets. Google wants to work with the Government of India and businesses of all sizes towards a shared vision for a digital India where data would be the prime component, and announced its second cloud region in India, a demonstration of how rapidly cloud is growing and how important India has become as a market for the global cloud players. Ex-WhatsApp employees develop Hello app, an alternative to Facebook. Till now, Facebook has been the most popular and preferred social media platform with no rivals. However, now two former employees, Neeraj Arora and Michael Donoghue of Facebook-owned WhatsApp, have built an alternative social media platform called Hello app, touting it to be the first real relationship network. The developers said that Hello app is everything that Facebook is not. Hello app tackles all the problems where there is no bots, no ads, no likes or follows, etc. They added that the platform also has end-to-end encrypted chats so that no one, not even the developers, can have access to the conversations between users. Policybazaar plans to raise $850 million through IPO. Online insurance marketplace Policybazaar has received approval from its parent entity PB Fintech to raise up to $850 million, that is rupees 6,500 crores, through an IPO, citing the ROC filings. A resolution has been passed to convert the company from private limited to public entity, the report says. Policybazaar is targeting to list the public markets by December at a $4 to $5 billion valuation. Several reports suggest that Policybazaar could be valued at more than $3.5 billion in its IPO. India faces the worst tragedy during the second wave costs up to 49 lakh excess deaths. India's official COVID-19 death count by the end of June 2021 was 4 lakhs. A recent study co-authored by government's former chief economic advisor Arvind Subramanian is really the shocking one. India saw up to 49 lakh excess deaths during the COVID-19 pandemic. The number includes deaths from all causes since the start of the pandemic through June this year. Some experts have said excess deaths are the best way to measure the real toll from COVID-19. This report is based on Sero surveys, household data, and official data. It points towards a significant underreporting of deaths in the country. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.